Hey there, Coach Lou here, and today I wanted to finish up this little segment about clarifying different terms and concepts when it comes to nutrition, and I think that these are important ones, and so that's why I'm talking about them. And so today we will be talking about a maintenance and what that is. Know what that is, and some of you may be like, I don't even know what a maintenance is. So I just kind of want to clarify it for you and just give you a little bit of insight on that. So if you've ever felt really tired a lot, kind of exhausted, maybe you're a very busy person, or maybe you're a little sedentary, there could be a lot of things going on. And especially in the world of nutrition, where we don't realize how important food is to our body. It's energy, it balances out our hormones, so it has many, many functions that are super important to our body. We could be eating certain things, and these certain things cause us to feel a certain kind of way. So this is just another form for you to kind of tap into your body and see what's going on. So a maintenance refers to energy in and energy out, but we're at a balance. So we have different types of ways that our body will burn energy. So we have something called a basal metabolic rate. And so this is different for everyone. And you have to understand that a basal metabolic rate is not like a body mass index. I'm not looking at that. It's basically the amount of energy your body uses in a day to just live, for your normal functions, like your breathing and the recycling of cells, just living. So that's minimum. So now let's look at that for a quick second. What if your basal metabolic rate is, a specific amount of calories? And I'm going to say calories because, once again, it's a measurement. It's a unit of measurement. What if you're eating way less than what that basal metabolic rate is? So maybe you're just super under that, and you're wondering why you feel so sluggish and why you feel like you have adrenal fatigue, or why you're constantly just bleh. You could be eating way under. So there's this huge thing about this 1,200 calories, and most people's basal metabolic rate is higher than that. So now your body, you have to think about this, it's pulling energy from different areas to make up for that lack of nutrients. And so when that happens, it's not a good thing, because if you think fat loss is going to take place, it's not going to, or muscle gain, because you don't have the energy you're needing to supply that. Other factors is you burn energy by just breaking down the foods that you eat. So if you're eating things that are super fibrous, protein, that's super, it's called a dietary thermogenesis. And so those things mixed with your basal metabolic rate, those are two mechanisms of energy. Now let's move on. We have non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And so what that means is that's your everyday task that you do. Walking to and from your car, doing your laundry, cleaning the house, getting up, sitting back down. So that's another form of energy and how it's used. And then we have exercise. So you're obviously, you're burning, you're using energy to be able to sustain that activity. So that's 4 mechanisms that you have that your body is going to use energy. So all of those combined together gives you what you call a maintenance. And that is the amount of calories, the amount of energy that your body needs in order to function optimally. It's the amount that your body needs. So if you were to have all of your maintenance calories, right, and let's say you track that, this is why I feel tracking is important from time to time, not always, but it is important to know your baseline. So you have your maintenance, right, and then if you consumed back that maintenance, you would be at an equal, you'd be at equilibrium. So you wouldn't essentially gain or lose. You would be right in the middle. And why is this important? Well, I'm going to tell you. You're probably like, well, what the hell? Okay, cool. What does that matter? Well, when you've been in like a deficit for a long time, like let's say you've been in a fat loss deficit, your body can only go for so long before it catches on and before it's like, no, I have all these other things that I need to take care of. So I am not going to keep giving you this stored energy on your body. So that would be considered fat. And so what you'll want to do is only go max 12 weeks in a deficit. And the deficit refers to below your maintenance level. Because if you're at maintenance and you drop down, theoretically, we lose body fat. I don't want to say weight because that can be super different. Weight fluctuates all the time. I mean, you can go pee and be down a pound. You could wear a heavy sweater and be up 2 pounds. So that's why weight is a really difficult concept to just specifically go by. All right, especially when we're talking about body composition and fat loss. Now, it's important to know that you want to go to a maintenance level. You want to go to that maintenance level because you want your body to feel that relief. You want your body to feel balanced again. When you're feeding it optimally and what it needs, it's going to be happy. And so you can, go back on that maintenance for a little bit. And it's also a great way to maintain what you've lost as far as fat loss goes. Another thing is if you're on a muscle gaining program, when your maintenance levels shift and change as you build muscle or lose fat, your body is going to, bring those numbers and adjust them to what your energy needs are. And this can shift. Now, let's say you're somebody who's been super under eating for a really long time. Your body is going to lower that down, because it needs that energy. And so it's like, well, I'm going to just lower down this metabolism because I'm not getting what I need. So you can see where this is important, and you can see how it's shifting depending on what it is that you're doing. And that's why it's important that you know this for whatever your goals are. So I hope that was helpful for you. And if you want to learn more about that, I'm always here. I got a great course that I teach online called Macro Makeover. And I do believe that it is important to know your numbers. And I always say this to my clients. I don't always want you to track. I don't always want you to have to obsess over those numbers. But it is important if you have goals that you're fueling yourself to what those goals are, that you're giving your body what it needs. And now if you take all of these concepts that I've given to you and you put them together, you can see how important they are. And if you want to know what those are, if you missed them, if you go back through the feed, I've done a refeed day, and I've also gone over what reverse dieting is. So you'll reverse diet from wherever you are, you'll reverse that. So if you were like in a fat loss deficit, you'll reverse slowly back to maintenance, right? And the same thing, you'll pick one day out of the week where you're going to refeed your body, and that's going to help you avoid those plateaus a lot faster. Same thing if you're in that muscle gain. There's so many ways that you can rev up that metabolism, and you can just be really good to your body. And I don't want to say, like I've heard people say, oh, my metabolism's broken, this, that. It's not that it's broken. It's just your body is doing what it needs to do to conserve energy and meet what the needs are for your body at that time. And if you're somebody who's been yo-yoing or jumping on the next fad or the next bandwagon for, fad diets, your body's been yo-yoing a lot. And so it's kind of like, whoa, what's going on? And when that happens, it's hormonally based. And there could be different things that are specific to you that change your body. So that's why I'm always saying there's really not a one size fits all. It's important that you know about what your body needs and what that means. And I'll say that again, it's important that you know what your body needs. And rather than do it for you and make it simple, I'd rather teach you so you can know how to do this for yourself. And you always know how to check in with your body and what your body needs. All right, I hope that was helpful. I will post this up so you can rewatch it. Find out your maintenance. And I will do my best to throw out more tidbit, just more information for you so that you can implement that into your life and, feel good. It's amazing what you can feel like when you're actually fueling your body properly. All right? Adios.